Hey, kids. It's Hyperdellic. And you know what? I didn't even check to make sure that my mic was on. Oh, it's on. Hey, kids. Oh, yep, it's on. Hyperdellic. Oh, yeah, it is. It's me. Oh, wait, I gotta get this synced up so I can do some live. All right, so I'll give it a few minutes for everybody to show up. For anybody to come on in who wasn't aware. I don't. Hey, John, what's going on, man? I don't unfortunately get too much like normal time to do streaming anymore. It's like it's kind of starting to bog me down. Like I've kind of started the whole search for a different, schedule and all of that stuff, possibly a different job. Cuz it's just like I don't like the schedule I'm on. It's killing me right now at work. So like I'm just, I'm getting ready to try and find something different. It's nothing against, my employers or anything like that. It's a terrible schedule. And like my biggest issue isn't like streaming. My biggest issue is my kiddo, and my wife and being there for them. And I need to find a way of, making money that doesn't take me away from them all the damn time. But, it'll work its way out. In the meantime, I've got toys. Today we're going to do some Minecraft. And I know Minecraft is not like everybody's big draw, right? A lot of us older collectors, it's not really what most are into. But I like these a little. And and of course I had to get the chicken jockey. So and my wife and kid are still awake. And so you may hear some noise from them. It looks like they're heading up to bed. But yeah, I love these things. I've been into Minecraft ever since it first came out. It was just kind of a really unique and unusual kind of game, right? Like, I mean, I don't think really too many people had done something like Minecraft before Minecraft. I know there was the early days of Roblox, but anybody who's ever messed around with Roblox, one, there's a lot of kids that are on that, right? Two, Roblox is kind of ghetto. It's a little janky. It's not a pretty, game. It's definitely not a pretty platform. But then I used to play a different game called Blox World, which it's kind of like Roblox, but it's definitely much more build oriented. Most of the people out there were building things, building aircrafts and models and stuff like that digitally, and then you could script it and make it do stuff. And the scripting is fairly easy. Like anybody who is a beginner at scripting could get into it. Minecraft, however, kind of takes it a little step further towards the easier side. There's no real scripting. Everything just does what it needs to do, right? The game was always cool. You could make trapdoors and use the redstone to make a circuit and do different things. And if you knew how to program logic, you can do all sorts of stuff. You just have to break it down to that basic logic, mathematics kind of thing. But yeah, that's what I loved about Minecraft. Now, I'm not, my daughter is huge into Minecraft, and her friends play a lot. And it's cute. I love watching them play. I used to host a server for them, but it got a little crazy, and we were paying for something every month that we didn't necessarily need. So, they're fine without it. It's not a game changer. So, but another thing that I love about Minecraft is that it's just been going for forever. like God, it's been like, I want to say like it's almost 2 decades that this game has been running. which is unbelievably impressive. And it doesn't look like they're going to ever do like a sequel. Although I did hear tell that the guy, what's his name, Nudge or whatever, or I don't remember, Notch, whatever the guy that created Minecraft's name is. Apparently he's working on a new game, and the rumor is that it is a spiritual successor to Minecraft. I guess he blew through all that Mojang money, and now he needs to, do something else. And that's fine. I mean, I get it. And then, of course, we had the movie, because there's been Minecraft toys for a while. I used to buy them all the time for my daughter. I didn't really collect them. But when the Minecraft movie came out, they did something a little different, right? They gave these way better articulation and way better detail and stuff. And a chicken jockey. So, John, I agree. Minecraft is a cool game. I do think that it's cool. I think that it's nice. It's like it's very peaceful and zen-like when you get into your thing. I feel like it's a good, wholesome thing. Now, granted, you've got kids that troll and turn it into something awful sometimes, but it's all about the user, not the game. Right? And I tell my daughter all the time, like, don't get involved with people who are idiots. Trolls are everywhere. You're gonna have to deal with trolls no matter what you do. Always better to just start dealing with them and get it out of the way, right? And I've got a new addition to my ring collection here. I got a Han Cholo Skeletor face ring. It's really cool too. Like, I don't know if I can get in there really well, but it's got like the Masters of the Universe logo on it, and yeah, I got this it was for my birthday. My birthday was last month, and my dad finally met up with me, and we went out for lunch. Got some tamales. I love tamales. Unfortunately, tamales made me fat, so I had to cut down. But it was for my birthday, so I'm good. And I'm on the Ozempic, shot now. So, I've lost like 45 pounds since I started too. It's been like 2 months I've lost 45 pounds. So I am below 300 at this point. I haven't been that since my daughter was born 10 years ago. So hooray. I'm feeling pretty good about it too. All right. So we got Jeff, All Music Fan 88. What's going on, buddy? We were just talking a little while ago about those Jada figures. Man, dude, I cannot wait. My Big Bad Toy Store shipment is on its way, and I've got Shag and I've got the Mummy. I figured the Mummy was perfect because it was like, it's kind of a universal sort of monster. No pun intended. Actually, I have quite a few universal. I do not have a Mummy in the Universal monsters. I got Frankenstein, Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, and the Wolfman. Those are all going to get opened up next month. We're going to do, I haven't decided if I'm going to do reviews or if I'm going to do live streams. Probably live streams. Eldor, what's going on, bro? Master Versal Toy Hunter. What's going on, bro? It's good to see you. I'm glad you stopped in. Buddy, my buddy's Customs. How you doing, bud? It's good to see you too. Thank you guys for all popping in. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to be opening up some Minecraft stuff, which I know is not everybody's thing. But yeah, The Bride of Frankenstein is the best sequel. I like it. I definitely liked The Bride of Frankenstein, or what did they call? Was it called The Bride of Frankenstein? The one with Sting? I don't remember, but that was fantastic. I loved that movie. That was kind of a messed up movie. Or if you've ever seen Frankenstein Unbound with John Hurt. Oh, is that a good one too? That's a weird sci-fi twist on the Frankenstein story. But yeah, that's Halloween. We've got lots of Halloween stuff. I'm probably gonna try and hold on to the Scooby-Doo stuff for Halloween. We'll see if I can make it. I don't know if I can. And Rick, how's it going, Rick? With string. What are we doing here? What? Oh, yes, with sting. String. I can't read now. Yes, the one with Sting. I love that movie. That was a good one. I actually just watched that a little while ago. And like last Halloween, I introduced my daughter to the original Frankenstein. And I want to say it was Son of Frankenstein. I don't know. We didn't really watch much of it. We were handing out candy at the time. Or no, we weren't. That was just one of the nights where we were working on crafts at home. For Halloween. I think we were maybe working on my daughter's costume. I don't remember what we were doing, but we were watching them. You're a Frankenstein fanatic, Rick? When I was younger, I was obsessed with Frankenstein. I used to watch, I lived in Texas when I was younger, and every Sunday they'd have Samurai Showdown and Creature Feature. And it was like, you'd have a couple of creature feature movies, and then I think it was Saturday was Samurai Showdown. Yeah, it was that was great. It was all pulpy, movie stuff. My personal favorite when I was a kid was always the creature from the Black Lagoon. I loved every time they'd have it on TV with the 3D glasses, and all that stuff. I don't know why. Going back and watching that these days, I'm like, it's still oddly enough a good movie, but it's not like, it wasn't scary like I remembered it when I was a kid. Mainly because I was probably just terrified of everything. Man, I am missing everybody here. Let's scroll back through real quick before we start this. Let me see. The Mummy is cool. Nice. I like that. It looks good. I love that they come with an extra head and all that stuff, and the face kind of has like a wrapper that comes off or something. At least it looks like it. We'll see. Man, we got a bunch of the old crew in here. All we got to do is like get Adam from Radical Toys on in here, and that'd make it even better. I hope if anybody knows Adam, just give him my hopes that he's doing well. I have not heard from him in a while. I try to message him every now and again, but I'm hoping he's doing okay. I wish he would bring back his channel and do some stuff, but hey, we'll get where we got to get to when we get there. It is behind a mask. Okay, so that's cool. Like, I like that they threw in the little like Scooby-Doo trope. If it wasn't for these kids and that damn dog, I always wanted them to say damn dog, but it wasn't going to happen. Let's see. I love the Universal and Hammer series. Hammer series? What is the Hammer series? I'm not in the know. You'll have to explain that one. Four Horsemen Frankenstein creature, Buddy's Customs, saying that the Four Horsemen Frankenstein creature figure is amazing if you have the chance to get him. I will have to take a look at that. I'm assuming that's, what is it, Figura Obscura or something like that, or I don't remember what that brand is, but a lot of those look amazing. I've got a couple of the Cosmic Legions, and I really dig those. Those are really nice, really well done figures. My only gripe was what is that? The Sepidian whatever, the little gray alien guy. His hands breaking. That was a little annoying. I will admit that. I was like, I paid how much for this? Yeah, Figure Obscura. Yeah, that looks good. It looks good. Those do look really nice. I think I mentioned this in my Moss Man video recently, that I don't know, maybe I didn't mention that fact, but I did mention that that Moss Man has that kind of almost Four Horsemen-esque like feel to it. Not quite like because like the Four Horsemen, especially when they were doing the 2000X line, like there weren't a lot of just neutral pose bends in, like there was always like some actiony pose with them. right? I mean, they don't do that with Cosmic Legions and what's the other one? The other Legions, the fantasy one. I know. I don't have any of them, so you know, don't crucify me for not knowing it. Yeah, they will, huh? Bud says if I contact the Four Horsemen, they'll replace any of the parts that broke. I might have to try and do that. I think I only broke one hand though, so I'm kind of Mythic Legions. Thank you, John. Mythic Legions. Don't you hate that? Like, ever since I turned 40, brain farts just happen way more often. Let's see, who else? Creature foot peg breaks, and they sent a new peg and a new foot. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. That's better than what NECA does. NECA's like, well, we're sorry. Yep. Brain farting everywhere. Yeah, so I was reading, Eldor says that, yeah, Adam says he's taking a break. Yeah, I know. I miss every time there's a Mattel drop and we'd all, like, you know, hang out on live stream. I unfortunately don't always have the ability to do that. This work schedule, like, I don't have a regular weekly schedule. It changes every other week. So it's like, I'm trying to stream more often. Just because if I'm gonna do a YouTube channel, you have to, right? But it's hard for me to get people that are regular viewers because I can't do a regular schedule. That is starting to, wear on me a little. Like, I would much rather be doing a lot of this stuff, but unfortunately, this ain't paying the bills. Not yet. Maybe in a couple more years. We'll see. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm having fun with this. Meeting lots of friends. You guys are all great dudes. I love just chatting with everybody. One of these days, I'm gonna make more of an effort to get out to some of the cons and meet folks. But yeah, I think I was considering doing the whole show and tell thing again, just because, like, if I could do one of those a month, maybe that would be pretty good. I'm trying to, like, diversify as far as my video types. I don't want to just do action figure reviews, mainly because I'm kind of like especially with, like, things like Marvel Legends, I got what I want. Like, for the most part. There's always something new that comes out, and there's always going to be some new action figure that I'm going to be like, bro, I got to have that. I mean, like, I never knew that I needed an Alf action figure until I got one. And then, and then when I put all this He-Man stuff on him, I was like, okay, even more perfect. So, yeah, bring me your cats. But yeah, I'm all out of shelf space, right? I keep, like, rearranging things to try and make stuff fit. But I'm about at that point where I'm gonna have to start either selling stuff or, yes, Alf is NECA. The underrated alien from the 80s. I mean, he wasn't underrated in the 80s. Let's remember that. He was on everything. That was ridiculous. Sorry, I got my big chap Xenomorph here because since that Alien Earth show has come out, I have just been obsessed with the Alien, like, film universe. That show is just so good. Oh, you mean today? Yeah, he's kind of forgotten about these days. But, like, all of us that grew up in the 80s, it's like every time Alf pops up, we're like, yeah! People are like, what the heck is that thing? Like, that's Alf. Like, what the heck's an Alf? Then you got to explain to him, it's a thing that likes to eat cats. I always thought that was that was, like, one of the funniest parts about Alf. Alf did return. Did he? Did he? I know that there was that cartoon for a while, but that was like, I think the cartoon was like supposed to be before he left Melmac. That was the name, Melmac, right? It was funny because basically Alf was like a Jewish alien. Like, that was great. Like, I thought it was hilarious, but I don't think that would fly on TV these days. I think some people would be like, that's anti-Semitic, even though there was never any anti-Semitic stuff in Alf. He's just, definitely a guy who might own a deli somewhere. I hope anybody who's Jewish out there is not mad at me right now, because I love my Jewish friends. All of my Jews are great out there. You guys are all fantastic. Actually, some of the coolest people I've ever met were Jewish. Had some of the best wisdom for me in times of need. It was definitely Melmac. Yes, cool. TV movie where he returned home, dude. I'm gonna have to look this up. I don't recall that, and like, I was obsessed with Alf when I was a kid, so I probably should know that. Hey, something to do later. All right, so like, I've already gotten a few of these figures. I'm still looking for the basic Steve. I only have the Diamond Armor Steve, and I mean, for the most part, I'm not trying to have a giant Minecraft collection, right? And I might just open this a little later. I'm not sure, but maybe we'll see. see how much jaw jacking I do. And I had to get the pack with the diamond one because it came with Dennis, and he's a good boy. I liked the movie. We took a big trip. It was my family, my wife, my kid, and me, and then three other families. I mean, it was a big trip. Actually, I think it was 4 other families. But basically, it was a bunch of those of us who all of our kids are in Cub Scouts right now. Like, my daughter is in Cub Scouts. Funny fact, well, it's not a funny fact. It's actually a pretty cool fact. My daughter is history. She is a part of history. She is one of 3, and all 3 are the same. The other 2 are her best friends in her troop. But my daughter is one of 3 females that will have gone from Lions, which is the first stage of Cub Scouts, all the way up through Eagle Scouts, which is next year for her. She will be one of the first 3 women ever to go all the way through Scouts of America, or formerly known as the Boy Scouts. And I think it's cool. I love my daughter. She's so smart. She's such a good kid. She's so creative. Kid's funny. She cracks me up. She gets me caught up. And I mean, I used to be a server at Dick's Last Resort, which was like a place where, the waiters rip on people. But yeah, I mean, I'm quick on my feet. She's almost besting me these days. Elf. Yes. Who is Elf? We need some of those action figures too. I'll take a Will Ferrell any day. But yeah, I dug the movie. I didn't think I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be god awful because every video game movie always is. And it actually wasn't. I mean, was it the greatest movie ever? No. No. But it was entertaining. I caught myself smiling during it and cracking up. I mean, the only other movie I've done that in a long time with was Superman, honestly. Beetlejuice was pretty good too. But yeah. I liked it. I thought it was good. Jason Momoa was really good in it. Jack Black was good in it. I mean, overall, the whole thing was kind of awesome. And, you're seeing all these things that about, in Minecraft on the big screen. And all the kids in the crowd are like, singing along with the Steve's hot chicken or whatever it was. Lava chicken. Yeah, there we go. Steve's lava chicken. But yeah, like, overall, I feel like they put together a good movie. I mean, it wasn't the most amazing storyline ever. It was simple. It was basic. You don't need to cloud things up like that, especially when you're trying to attract kids in at the same time as parents, because parents were going to have to take the kids to the movie, and they're going to sit through it. So you need to make that movie where parents can sit through the movie. And they did. I think they did a pretty good job. I honestly, and this scene here, this is the Woodland Mansion Throwdown. And if anybody watched the movie, you would know that was where the chicken jockey got announced. And I don't remember if it was Jason Momoa fighting the chicken jockey. I'm pretty sure it was. But I only watched the movie once, so I don't exactly have it memorized. But I loved the second you saw the chicken jockey, I was like, oh my God, that is awesome. I need that in action figure form. Now I got it. So, I already have a creeper, but now I also have Jason Momoa. I need to have the Jason Momoa with the pink jacket, though. I need to find that. I passed on it before, and now I regret it. But yeah, so let's take a look at these real quick. Oh yeah, and I was propping it up with my Xbox controller. That's fine. Boy, that's a stinkeroo there too, huh? Xbox dying? Jeez, what's happening with them? All right, so I'm just gonna pop it open big enough to pull these guys out. And then we also have the, we got the skeleton warrior guy or whatever, or just skeleton. It just says skeleton. All right, so you know what? And we'll take a look at the back. There's all your info. There's the elusive plain Steve with a regular iron sword. Ooh, I'm sorry, but that's not. Yeah, the autofocus on this camera it's good, but it kind of messes with you sometimes. But yeah, here's all your maker information. If you need to, go back, pause it, and take a look. I've seen it. You've seen the movie, John? It's on HBO right now, too, I think. But yeah, it was good. It was good enough. And it's funny, like, okay, so, like, I'm going to talk about this little guy, because I've already done a review on the creepers, and this is literally the exact same figure. But I grabbed, a little while back, I grabbed one of my daughter's creepers, and from the original Minecraft line, and they are essentially the same figure, but this one has textures, and the other one has a block painted flat, very matte finish, everything to it. But all of the articulation points and everything, and the way that it functions, like you pop the head out like this, and then you can move him around and stuff and articulate it. It's actually kind of a smart idea. I'm sure a lot of these get broken though. I mean, I couldn't tell you because I don't play with my toys a lot. But they, I got to imagine that little peg right there gets busted all the time for kids. My daughter doesn't have any broken ones, so I mean, maybe it's a lot more durable than I thought. We're gonna put the chicken jockey off to the side. That's the piece de resistance. All right, so now we have Jason Momoa, or I mean, what the heck was his name? Did they even say on here? Nope. I don't remember what his name was in the movie. I mean, I'm sorry, John. I don't have time to play with my toys a lot. But no, I mean that's not true. I mean, I'm usually grabbing an action figure and messing around with it. But I don't, it's not like when I was a kid. I'm not usually like, hey, Steve, we're gonna go do some stuff. All right, let's do it, Jason Momoa, and then we're gonna go play. I tried to do that a little while back when my daughter was like 6 or 7, and I was like, man, I just don't have it anymore, do I? I was like, that sucks that you get older and there's a part of you that's just like, how do I do this? But I still appreciate my toys, and I love like having a toy. One of my favorite toys that I take everywhere with me, well, not everywhere, but when I take a lot of times, is my Hot Wheels Rick's ship. This is one of the best coolest Hot Wheels I've ever gotten. I almost always have something in my pocket, like, except for if I go to work, and that's because I work in the food industry, and you can't have stuff out on a shop floor like that. But these are pretty good. This is about a 4-inch figure. Let's see. I got a Cobra Commander here, about the same size, 4 1/4. This one might be maybe 5. It could be 5. I do have a ruler. Let's take a look real quick. Where is it? I had a ruler. Now I don't. No, wait. Yeah, I do. Yeah, there it is. I mean, technically it's just a gauge, but well, let's see. Let's see here. So, tip to toe. Yeah, it's about 4 1/4. Yeah, Cobra Commander must be short then. Let's see. Oh, Cobra Commander is not quite 4 1/4. Oh, I did not realize that. I thought those were... Well, we learn something new every day, don't we? Yeah, I mean, I guess I would. I mean, I like posing my figures. So, I mean, if you consider that playing, I guess I could say that I do play with my figures a lot. I love getting, action poses going and taking photos of them and stuff. I don't always post those photos, but I have fun with it. I hope Mike Fee figures out his photo shot issue with the DC villains for Batman, because I was like looking at that and I'm like, oh, it's such a cool, like it's such a cool throwback to the old Batman TV show where they'd all be holed up in a hideout somewhere, making plans to take out Batman. Garrett Garrison was Jason Momoa's name. Ah, okay, Garrett. I'd say that rings a bell, but it still doesn't. But so we're gonna take a look at Garrett Garrison. His shirt print is a little off center. It's not super noticeable on the camera, but if you look at it straight on, it's definitely off center. So right there's some QC issues. All right, I'm gonna take the glasses off because I'm old, and now I can see it better. A paint smudge. Again, this whole pack of 1, 2, 3, 4 characters was $10. So these are extremely affordable action figures. We've got a ball or a rocker and pin situation in the armpit, and that's good. You can T-pose them. You get that far. It's almost a T. He's a little droopy on that T, but there you go, 360. And then he's got an elbow that does not go double jointed, but it can go 90 degrees. It's not terrible. It's not amazing. Again, $10 toy. I think for a $10 toy, and I mean when you break it down math wise, I mean what is that? It's $2.50 a piece. That's not bad. I mean, it's about how much He-Man cost way back in the day. A little bit more than He-Man was a little bit more, but yeah, that's not bad. There's no wrist articulation. I think that's the only thing that I dislike. Steve didn't have any wrist articulation either. But then we come down and we've got these legs. They can do an okay split. It looks as though if you warm this bad boy up, you could pop all these joints too. It does not look like it's terribly hard to take apart. I don't want to break it. It doesn't feel like the head is coming off quickly, but I'm sure with heat and maybe a little hot water, we could get that going. No peace and quiet in Purvis chat. Who's Purvis? Okay, good. I'm glad that posing is considered playing. Good. All right, so his knee doesn't quite get to 90 degrees. It looks like there's a little bit of foot articulation, but it's not great. Again, $2.50 toy. I mean, this could have come out of the dollar store. All right, so now I want to talk about the head, because these glasses are separate and they're sort of fantastic. I don't know if I can get this. There we go. That's better. That's great, actually. The face is not, it doesn't quite look like Jason Momoa, but it does. I don't know. They did an okay job. I mean, I think this is a fun figure. He's going to look good with all my other, 3 1/4s. 3 1/4. Yeah, it should be 3 1/4. So Cobra Commander, I think, is okay. Or no, it's 4 1/4. Jeez, I can't even think today. Brain farts everywhere. It's going to be brain diarrhea soon enough, I'm sure. But yeah, this is good. I like it. Let's see. We've got maker marks here. Does not quite show on the camera, but what's it say? It says WBEI S25. Don't know what that is. Mojang Motel, made in China. Okay, so it was definitely made in China. Hopefully we don't go to war with them anytime soon. That way we can keep on getting relatively inexpensive action figures. Because we got to have priorities. So we're going to throw him there. We got the creeper here. I got some Steve. But now, let's talk about this guy. The chicken jockey. I just love the way that he looks. He looks like a little angry baby. Okay, there we go. Now his head's moving. It was stuck. That mug. Look at that mug. Like he's just mean mugging everybody. I like it. It's kind of great. He's got similar, but slightly less articulation. No elbow articulation, but the arms will go out straight. Not bad. You got to have a lot of articulation if you're holding on to a chicken. Yeah. Good point, Rick. He does kind of look like Herman Munster's kid. Ooh, okay. I will check that out later. Thank you, Rick. I will check out the link. Rick put the link in the chat in Instagram. At least I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. I will definitely have to check that out. I need to see that. Like, do they actually show him going back to Melmac, or is that just like it ends when he's leaving for Melmac? I don't, because that would be cool. I can't see 80s production values being able to pull off him going to Melmac, but you never know. I mean, we had things like Howard the Duck and Howard the Duck wasn't really high production value. It was all basically Earth. Okay, so he does have knee articulation, and that is almost 90 degrees. Like, that's not bad. That's not terrible at all. And in order to sit on the chicken, he's got to be able to like spread his legs. So we're getting about that much spread. And then we've got this chicken. This chicken is very blocky. The face is kind of great. The legs look like they articulate independently. It's weird. It's got a texture on it that almost makes it look and feel like it's 3D printed on the feet, but it's not. You can tell. Like, I mean, it looks like it almost, but then if you examine it, where you're like, oh, no, it's clearly not. But there is some nice detail with like the feathers and stuff like that. That's pretty fun. There's some chicken butt. Hey, guess what? Chicken butt. I've been doing that to my daughter since she was little. Like, hey, guess what? What, Dad? chicken butt. And she just rolls her eyes at me because she's like, Dad, you're cringe. And I say to her, yes, I am. Because that's what you got to do to your kids. All right, so I've gotten him on the chicken. Here we'll go. Zoom. And I like it. It's fun. This is definitely going to be on my desk. Like, I want this, and I'm going to have Dennis on my desk. And they're going to be up here. It's so cute. It's funny. I like it. The sculpt of the face and everything is really good. Like, I seriously, like, for a $10 movie toy, this is pretty good. Because, I mean, like, honestly, let's be honest. Like, most movie toys, they've got the production value of a McDonald's Happy Meal toy, right? A lot of them do. So this is actually much better, and I like it. I'm wholly supportive of this line. I am not all in, but it's great. And if you have kids that you got to get stuff for, this is a fantastic line to, like, purchase for them. They're not expensive. It would make a great gift. Most kids are into Minecraft, and I think it would be a winner. So, yeah, I'm silly. Eddie is a wolf. Who's Eddie? You mean Dennis? Dennis is no wolf. Well, I mean, I guess he is, technically. But you tame him, and then he becomes a dog, and he's your dog. I guess he is a wolf. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Oh, you're talking about Eddie Munster. Is he a wolf boy? I always thought he was a baby Dracula. Yeah? I don't know. But you know what? Doesn't matter. I will say this much. I was not a huge fan of the Rob Zombie remake. It was okay, but it almost felt like it was too cheesy. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. I wanted it to be way better than it was. I liked all the actors that were in it too, like Rob Zombie's wife and the one dude. I mean, all the people that are always in his movies. That is what makes it fun, John. You are not wrong. Yeah, Rob Zombie made Munsters remake a few years ago. You didn't know that? You got to check it out. Like I said, it's not terrible. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. I watched it. I sat through it. It was entertaining enough. Or was it a movie or was it a mini series? I don't know. But oh yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween. Yeah, I guess that wasn't so great. I don't know. I'm not like I wasn't a big fan of what was it, the Devil's Zone or whatever. It was fine. It didn't really strike a major chord, but I think if you're a fan of like pulpy, really cheesy, bad B movie horror, you can appreciate Rob Zombie's work. But it's like he purposely goes out of the way to make it like a B-class movie when B-class movies weren't trying to be B-class movies, right? Like they weren't. They were trying to be good movies. For a Munsters fan, wow, that's crazy that you have not. You got to look it up, Rick. It's like, if you are a Munsters fan, I mean, it's kind of a must-see. Some of it is good, but some of that, like Rob Zombie just can't write comedy, I don't think. and it needed that was the thing. It needed to be funnier. There wasn't enough of that really smart tongue-in-cheek humor that the old Munsters TV show used to have. It was definitely a lot more lowbrow. I don't feel like it was anywhere near as smart as the original series was. And then there was that one with Eddie Izzard where it was like he didn't even look like Herman Munster. Or no, it was, yeah, Eddie Izzard played Grandpa, and I want to say it was Jerry O'Connell that played Herman Munster. Yeah. But they didn't call it the Munsters. It was like whatever the address of the house was, something Mockingbird Lane. But that was a terrible one too. That wasn't good either. All these filmmakers always want to like remake stuff that was really good, and it's like Goonies. They want to do a remake of Goonies, and it's like the thing that made Goonies and great was that it's the actors and the story and the script and everything came together, to make that movie what it is. I feel like rebooting it or doing it with different actors today would be terrible. Yeah, I feel like the Munsters TV series was definitely better. Yeah, don't touch Goonies. Leave my childhood alone. I know, right? Like, stop it. like you don't need to make money off of everything. All right, so we're going to take a look at this one too, because I might as well. I mean, I bought this way back when I opened up Steve originally, and I just never got around to opening him. I've got a ton of Motu figures that I still have to do reviews for too. It's just a matter of picking them off little by little. I mean, you see how I triage, right? I got the Thundercats crossover ones, and I had to immediately go right to that. So I still have my Mondo Pete Venkman figure that I have to put together and finish the review for. That's a really cool figure. If anybody has the chance and financial ability to purchase a Mondo Ghostbusters figure, they're really nice. I can say this much. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything having not gotten, because I picked up Pete Venkman. I got that one. I've had him for couple weeks now, 2-3 weeks. And I mean, like, this is so cool. There's so many different like points of articulation and little details that just make this thing such a neat figure set. And then there's the Slimer that comes with it too. It's nice and hefty. Like, it's got a good weight. The plastic feels nice. Like, it's got that nice weighted, thick, solid feel to it. I know you guys all know what I'm talking about. I don't want to keep sounding filthy here, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so we got the skeleton guy. And this is interesting. Like, there's some interesting stuff going on as far as how they did the articulation. Like, let's get close up. Like, that's neat. Like, there's a rocker and the pin goes into the shoulder, right? So there is that. There's no elbow articulation, which he uses a bow and arrow. So, I mean, like, I feel like that's a miss, but it's fine. Again, I don't remember how much he was. I want to say he alone was $10, which already sounds like, wow, what? But that's crazy because I got that pack with the 4 figures for $10, and he was also $10. He might have been like 7 or something like that. I don't think he was fully 10. All right, so you can't have the original crew. The mama's dead. Yeah, she's gone. And I think one of the brothers is dead. I don't know. Sloth is definitely. He died shortly after the movie was filmed. He was a football player. I don't remember how he died. But yeah. I think he had some sort of a disease or something like that. I don't recall what the story was. Sloth can be replaced, you think? I don't know. I mean, he wasn't a huge part of that story, but he was like, I don't know. I felt like Sloth kind of brought it together. The rest are still alive. Yeah. What Chunk? He's like I want to say he's either a lawyer or a CPA. Like he was like, no, I ain't doing all that. He went to normal job route. And it's funny, he still looks like Chunk. and it's funny too, because like when you think about it, like all the scenes with Chunk, that kid was probably one of the best actors in that whole crew of kids. and for him to have not continued on is just weird. Okay, so he comes with a few accessories. The bone that he turns into when you kill him. That's great. And then he comes with a bow and an arrow. Not a bow and an arrow, but a bow and an arrow. There we go. And it looks like you can shove this thing in there. So that's cool. Apparently, that's not an issue anymore. It doesn't really fire. That's lame. All right, maybe if we do this. Nope. No, there's no real way to make that fire, but that's okay. We don't need to. How are we going to do this? Which way do we want to go with this? How do you hold the... Yeah, you with your left. So we'll put it in his hand. And you know what? It looks like the articulation works enough. Yeah, maybe not like that. Yeah, maybe something like that. That's fine. That'll be good enough to pose and stick on the shelf. I mean, he doesn't have any elbow articulation, so it's hard to like move him back. That's what she said. He is a lawyer. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Thank you, Rick. Yeah, there was talk at one point that they were going to do a Goonies sequel where like the Goonies are grown up and they're parents now, and then they end up having an adventure with their kids. I liked the idea of that concept. I was like, okay, I might be in on something like that. That doesn't sound too bad. But that I don't know if that's going to happen. And they're all getting older and crazier. Well, at least Corey Feldman is. Like, I don't know if anybody saw over was it this summer or was it last summer when he was doing that? When Corey Feldman was doing the live tour with Limp Bizkit and all of the has-beens that they, like, basically that's the way that they sold it, it was all has-beens and one-hit wonders. Oh my God, the Corey Feldman stuff from that was so funny. Like when he starts, if you want to laugh your ass off, look up Corey Feldman shredding on a guitar, and you're gonna find just one of the things that you look at and you're like, well, I could clearly do that any day. He's not talented at all. Like, he just like, and he's so into it too. He's just like, and he's just hitting the guitar and smacking it around. He's not playing notes. Like, it's just too funny. And like, I don't know what the style of his music is. Like, is it rock? Is it funk? Is it a little bit of everything? Is it supposed to be pop? I don't know, because he's not a good songwriter. Something tells me if he and ChatGPT teamed up, it would only get worse. Like, he yelled at his band members yeah, he does. And it's usually him that's screwing up the stuff. And they're just like, okay. My wife was like, oh my God, he's going to become a cult leader, because like he's got these women that he calls his angels, and he's constantly like telling them what they should and shouldn't eat and all of that stuff. And I'm like, who are these dummies that they're just listening to him? Like, ugh, that's awful. Uh-oh, who's coming down here?
Are you live?
I am.
I was going to put your clothes in the dryer.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, you'll be okay. Wife's doing laundry. I am, like a lot of people, right across from the laundry room.
You guys, all of the wives.
Yeah, that's where a lot of toy collectors' wives kick them to. Basement, right by the laundry machine. Yeah, Rick says he's not usually even on stage at the right moment. I know, like oh my god, if I could have gotten tickets to go see that show, I probably would have had the best time ever and probably would have laughed more than I've ever laughed in my life. Like, that was just... I'm talking about Corey Feldman.
Oh God.
My life's like, oh God.
I don't know whether to be proud of him or feel sorry.
I know, right? You're like, oh, that guy, he's got a lot of guts. Or he's just really dumb. I mean, either way, he's making more money than I am. So I can't bash him too much. He worked it. What cost? Yes, I am, Jeff. I am collecting the cartoon line. I have a lot. I don't know if I have them all, but I have most. I know I passed on a couple. Who did I pass? I did not pick up Grizzlor. Part of me is like, I should, but part of me is just like, Grizzlor without fur is just, right. Yes, please remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff. The YouTube nonsense that we all need in order to make our channels better. Do you like the Grizzlor, Jeff, from the cartoon series? I mean, he looks like Grizzlor looks in, the old She-Ra cartoon, but I don't know. Maybe I'll get him. I've gotten everywhere. I got the what was it, Fang? I don't even know, or the Fang. What the heck is that guy's name? I don't know. He's sitting right over on my photo stand. I'm just not close enough to see it. But like, that guy looked good. And then, yeah, he has the magical mirror. That's right. Fang Man, yes. Yeah, it's so on the nose that it just feels like that's not what it should be. But yeah, I like that. Who was it? Mr. Home Arcade just recently did a custom of one of the cartoon characters, and I was just like, oh wow, they need to make that one. They probably won't now, of course, but you know. I do not want to hear anymore. Him saying to people to buy his greatest album CD. What hits? Yeah. I like the one. There was another one with Corey Feldman where like there was something wrong with the venue. And so at the last minute they decided to just have a concert in a lunch cafeteria. That's a good one too. Because of that, a bunch of old Corey Feldman clips kept popping up in like my Instagram and YouTube feeds, and like shots of him like on the old Oprah show or something like that, or I think it was Oprah. I don't know. It could have been like Donahue or somebody, but oh my God, is it great? And he was just so into it, and that's the thing about Corey Feldman. Like he's so into it and so serious about the work that he's doing that part of you has to go, good for you, man. You found the thing you love and you're doing it. And hell, you got a nicer house than I do, so I can't really criticize too much. Good for him. I mean, the guy's cleaned up his life a lot and he went through a lot of craziness with Hollywood and whatnot. So I wish the man the best of luck in the future, because everybody should have a good life, right? Right. He is not getting graped because I'm trying to learn how to use the alternative bad words on YouTube. So getting graped, that's what we say. We say graped, or what's the other one? Essayed. Essayed. Yeah, no, not so much on stage. If anything, he's graping people's ears. Good night, Jeff. You have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I always love when you guys hang out. I do. I was talking about, I don't know. I think I really do want to open this guy, but I think I'm going to hang on to him and do an actual review because there's some really nice details. And he is the one with the cyborg arm. I think I wanted the retro one, but that's okay. I mean, I got to have at least one Major Blood somewhere, and I don't know if they're going to do a retro card. But yeah, I think I'm going to hold off on Major Blood. And just, I'm going to tool around a little bit tonight. I've got a new 3D pen that I got to play around with. It's just a stupid little toy, but like the biggest thing that I really wanted it for, and I don't have white TPA yet, but the main thing that I really wanted one of these pens for is to make Spider-Man webs. And as you can see, it's kind of perfect for it. So, I mean, there's a cool little hack if you guys are looking for one. One of those little 3D printer pens. And I mean, I'm sure it'll break if I really push it to the limit. Like, I doubt I can fold this. Like, here, I'll try it on the end that I'm going to cut off anyways. And I mean, I guess it's just bending. It's not breaking, actually. So, I mean, it's pretty pliable. You can see stress marks on it, though. I don't know if you can or not, but yeah, it's a neat toy, and I got to get some white so that I can like have like webs shooting all over the place and do some stupid stuff with it. Gabe, is that my nephew? I got a nephew named Gabe. He's a cool kid. I don't know if that is, but man, Mr. Rick. Buddy says, if you want to make jungle vines, save the paper binding ties that come with most Transformers figures and weave them together and color them green. It works great. Dude, that's actually a really good pro tip. I kind of dig that idea. No? You're not my nephew? Okay. Do you want to be? No, I'm just kidding. Well, hi. Nice to meet you, Gabe. Glad you came by. I'm glad that you are digging some Chicken Jockey. We opened him up. You'll have to rewind in order to see it. But yeah, I liked it. But yeah, it's been kind of a crazy few days, and I don't know. I've got a lot that I've got to mill over in my life right now. got some big decisions to make. You want to be my nephew? Well, honestly, my nephew gets some pretty cool toys from me, so it's not a bad gig being my nephew. Actually, all of my nephews do. My youngest one, my sister's kid, well, he's not the youngest one for her anymore. She's got 2 boys now. But her first son, I got him a bunch of the taller, the larger CGI Netflix series Motu figures. And he loves the heck out of those. I got him Skeletor and He-Man. I want to say I got him Beastman and Man-at-Arms as well, which are cool. They're all awesome. I'm probably going to be giving him my small ones too, with the exception of Orko. Orko is probably the only one that I'm going to keep. Buddy says, I'm almost 40, but I'm a child at heart, so you can adopt me and give me all the cool toys. You've got cool toys. You know what, buddy? I do like that CGI Beast Man. I want to say that like that was one of the few designs of the CGI series that I was really digging. I liked the Skeletor design. I mean, don't get me wrong, classic Skeletor is always going to be my jam. But they did something really cool with Skeletor for that CGI series. The cartoon was not bad. There were some times in that cartoon where I felt like it was a little preschooly Voltron-ish. And like, again, love Voltron. Voltron has always been one of my favorite series. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there was that whole aspect of, we're going to come together. And then, but it was, I mean, granted, the original Masters of the Universe series was very, very cheesy and kid-like. I mean, if you go back and watch those, they're still pretty well written, but man, are they cheesy. My cool toys? I don't know, man. I've seen you show some of yours. You got some cool ones. I do have some cool ones, though. I have picked up some great figures over the last few years. This one is definitely one of my favorites. Like, I love that the mouth opens and the inner jaw comes out. Like, that's just so cool. That is awesome. That new TV show has got me hooked. It really does. Like, it is so good. I need an image or that T. Ocellus. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. It is the coolest looking thing and the creepiest looking thing. Like, it rips an eyeball out of its victim's head and takes it over by implanting itself into their head. It's creepy, man. It's crazy. It is so good, right? Like, I know. I get goosebumps thinking about it. Like, Sunday or Wednesday morning, I had to play it in my car on my way home from work. I didn't watch it. I kept focused on the road, but I had to like have it playing. And then I watched it again when I got home because I just needed to. I really dig that show. Like, it makes me sad every time an episode is over because it's like, man, this is so good. Let's see what else. What's everybody saying? Oh, John, you should definitely watch it. It is good. Take care, Gabe. Nice to meet you. Thanks for coming by. Godzilla toys, Gabe? Yeah, those are expensive. I know. I have a Ultimates Godzilla. But I also, honestly, I wasn't a big fan of the Ultimate one. I have it. I have to do some customizing on it because for some reason the tail just doesn't look right. But yeah, this one I got. This is a Super 7. I think this is Reaction Plus is what they were calling it. Or it was Super Kaiju is what they titled these ones. And this one is great. I mean, his mouth opens. The tail is bendy. There's definitely better articulation than any of the normal reaction figures. And I've got a few Godzilla reaction figures just because they're great. Like my Toho 1976, I think, is the year. 76 reaction. He's got like the cartoony eyes. I love that. I want one of these with the cartoony eyes and the charged up spikes. But yeah, I mean, these are fun. These are really cool. I like having these. They are some of my favorite. Honestly, I love having reaction figures with me because they're so kind of perfect, right? Like some of them are. Like I've got a bunch of the Sesame Street ones. Like where's a good one I can grab? I got the like I've gotten like the Big Bird and Snuffy set. Snuffy's pretty good. I like him. He's cute. It's adorable. But yeah, I mean these are really good. I know our guy Skelevator. I don't know if anybody watches him. He's real big into the Sesame Street stuff. Like it's my childhood. I love Sesame Street. It's beautiful. Okay, goodbye for real this time, Gabe. You have a good night. Oh, you've got the Hiya Kong. Yeah, I'm jealous. I definitely want to pick up some of the Hiya Toys Godzilla stuff. I have a few Hiya Toys figures. My RoboCop, who, if you've ever watched any of my old comedy clips, RoboCop is married to Godzilla. But I think if I ever do any more of those little animations with these, I'd call it stop motion, but it's not technically stop motion. But yeah, if I ever do another one of those, I'm probably going to use this Godzilla instead. And yeah. I've been trying to figure out a way, like there's a comedy series that I wanted to basically write with a bunch of action figures, but man, it's like I barely have time to stream and do the easier stuff. Doing that is way more time consuming, and like doing that would kill any ability for me to put together any reviews. Yeah, so gotta have RoboCop cheating on Godzilla. Ooh, that's a good one too. I have the Mirada. Miroda. I don't know how to say it in a normal English accent. I just don't. I only know how to say it as Miroda. Miroda. There's slime on him from putting him in slime, and cat hair. Cat hair and slime. Nice. I'm gonna have to rinse that guy off. That's what she said. I'd buy that for $1. Oh, jeez. Spicy drama. I like it. Maybe. I don't have a lot of kaiju. I just the real big one that I have is just my Godzilla Ultimates. And I've got a Kong. I've got which one? I've got a NECA Kong. It's the one where he's got the scratches across the chest. It's not the old movie Kong, not the there was there's one a Kong by NECA, and it's got like colorful shading, very art, poster looking. And I was always interested in that one, but it wouldn't have been my main. I probably would have put it up on a shelf somewhere in the box. But yeah. I've got a bunch of different projects that I'm like trying to work on, little bits here and there. I got a bunch of little things that I'm doing too. If you guys have not checked out, what is it? Nyuk Nyuk? Knock Knock? Knock Knock. Nauk. Nauk. It's an app. I caught onto it. I saw it before, and I just didn't download it. And then I saw that Hebro was making a bunch of videos with it, so I had to play around with it. It's a good time. It's actually kind of cool. You just take a shot of your action figure, and the AI kind of puts it to action. And I'm going to tell you, like, it's really good. Like, it's not perfect. There's plenty of AI slop, but dude, game changer when it comes to like creating, action figure content. I think Hebro did that one with Tila, where she was all like hair flying in the wind and stuff. Good stuff. That's cool. Sorry, had a hiccup burp thing going on. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, like I need to find another job just to be able to have a better schedule. Because this is just what I'm doing right now is not working. All right. So sorry to ask again, but my buddy's Customs is asking, but how does the Minecraft movie Steve figure stand up next to a original. Okay, so I don't have any originals, but what I will say, trying to think. Hang on a second. I do have something that I can use. Sort of. You can just, it's better as far as visual, but not scale. So this was a Comic-Con exclusive, and I think I sticky tabbed a lot of this on. But yeah, this was a Comic-Con exclusive. It's got die-cast diamond armor. If you know, you know. Diamond armor and diamond swords and axes and all of that. So like you hear the tink tink, like it's all die cast. This came out the same year that the Masters of the Universe 2-pack actually. I'm actually just getting ready to put this thing away. But yeah, this 2-pack came out at the same time with the 40th anniversary He-Man and Skelly. This is such a cool set. I actually use He-Man's sword. The He-Man sword and Skeletor's sword both are on other Masterverse figures. But just to show you the, I guess, articulation and style differences. So, like, there are regular Minecraft figures that are about the same size as Steve. Maybe slightly bigger. This is a large figure. This is probably, I would say the smaller figures are about, you take off the head and that's about the height of them. Okay? But as you can see, we'll do a side by side here. And like, big differences. I mean, this one definitely looks like Jack Black. There is way better articulation on this. This is articulated like it would be in Minecraft the game. I mean, this is basically how they move. And again, like I showed with the Creeper earlier, they have this kind of articulation style where you can pop these out, right? I don't think you can do anything with the legs, but there's only leg articulation at the hips and shoulder, arm articulation, head articulation. On this one, you've got some elbow articulation, shoulder articulation, right? You can do all that. No hip or no waist articulation, but the legs are definitely far more posable. Bending knees. I want to say there is nothing to the feet. But yeah. And then, of course, I mean, here's Steve's sword from the movie. Here's Steve's sword from the Comic-Con exclusive. And yeah, both are cool in different ways. I like that this one's clear. And I like that this one's die-cast. I mean, this is a fun, like, it's just nice to hold. It's a lot like how the Motu Power Sword, the one that's metal, that came with that 40th anniversary pack. That's what. This is honestly the best. I think this is the best He-Man sword Masterverse has put out. Period. And I like this shape and style as well. They've done it a few more times. I like this a lot better than the Revelation style Power Sword. Though the He-Man, my standard He-Man that I have on my shelf that's actually on Battle Cat, he has the previous one, but he also has the Power Sword that comes with Gwildor. Because was it Gwildor or did it come with? It might have came with that second Battle Armor He-Man. It might have been. I can't remember which sword came with which. But either way, the power sword that my He-Man is using is that Revelation style one, but it has like it's like almost transparent at the tip and has like all the little techno stuff on it that Gwildor supposedly like upgraded the sword with. But yeah, they also sell a lot of the other Minecraft, and you can do like that with the arms. You know, they will bend in a different way, but that's just because they pop out. And the main reason they pop out is so that you can fit the armor on. There's a bunch of different pieces that wouldn't fit otherwise. Is this the front? No, I think this is the front. Yeah, see, you gotta finagle it in there. Doing some finagling. I liked this figure. This was cool. It did not sell out. Now the 40th anniversary He-Man and Skeletor pack definitely sold out. I remember that. I was like, oh, I gotta get this thing. Oh, I have to. I must have it. I was so tired that morning. I remember like just hitting the refresh over and over again. And when I got it, I was like, yes! I was so happy. I was just like, oh my God, that is going to be one of the coolest figure sets ever. And sure enough, I mean, I still think it is. Next to He-Man figures from Origin Series. Okay, I can do that too. That is not a problem. Well, okay. I can put him next to a cartoon collection He-Man. He is definitely shorty. But let's see. Who can I compare this with on the other side? I mean, he's about the same height. Close to the same height as Cobra Commander. Speaking of Hiya Toys, got my Hiya Toys Spock. And that's about the same size. Let's see. We'll put them back to back. Yeah, they're about the same size as a Hiya Toys Exquisite Mini. So, if you have never picked up one of Hiya Toys Exquisite Minis, I highly recommend them. I have a few. I've got this Judge Dredd, like fire guy. I don't know who the heck he was. Oh, yeah, you were hoping he was taller? Yeah, unfortunately not. They do make a larger version of him, and that one might actually be closer to Masters of the Universe size. I want to say it's articulated pretty much the same way as well. It's just a larger figure. I got to assume that it's less solid too. There's probably more hollow areas, like the chest is probably hollow. It reminded me kind of like Marvel, the Marvel Titans that come out all the time. You know, the big old giant Marvel action figures that are great for like little dudes. But it wasn't quite that big either, though. I want to say they might be about Masters of the Universe size. I'm curious, and I'm wondering like what's going to happen when those 2000X Masters of the Universe figures come out, because those they're saying are going to be 6 inches. I think they might actually be a little bit bigger than 6 inches, but they're definitely taller than the other line, or other lines. They're closer in appearance to the cartoon collection, but obviously with all of the cool 2000X, stylings. But He-Man looks very different from the original He-Man, and he looks definitely way different from this. I would even say that He-Man looks a lot different than the than the original, like the first the original 2000X He-Man. Not the original 2000X He-Man. I mean the original Origins 2000X He-Man. When Origins did the 2000X version of He-Man. Oh my God! If I say 2000X again, I'm gonna kill myself. No, I don't mean that. YouTube, don't send cops to my house. It's okay. But yeah, I don't know. These definitely feel like they're more of like more G.I. Joe 4-inch figure size. That's what these guys are. These are 4-inch, figure scale. Closer to OG Real American Hero and stuff like that. I mean, Jack Black is definitely bigger than Cobra Commander, though. Never would have pegged him for that. Like taller than Cobra Commander. Right? Is that? I don't know. This looks like there's two separate pieces, but I don't think it articulates right here at the ankle. I don't know. I've never pushed it hard enough to try and see. But yeah. I'm like I said, like you should, if you're curious, look around, because I know that there is a bigger version of at least the original Steve, not the Diamond Armor Steve, but the like, plain Steve with the Iron Sword. But yeah, unfortunately, these are little guys. Or another line to compare them to is Star Wars Vintage Series. He's about Vintage Series height. It looks like he's about the same size as a Vintage Series figure, a full standing Vintage Series figure. Because I mean, I've got Yoda and he's Vintage Series, but that's not about the same height. I also had to pick up the newest version, Vintage Series version of R2-D2, because he no longer has that hole in his head where the little scope was supposed to pop out. That was such an awful action feature that they gave us on these. But this one is definitely a lot better. And he's got rolly feet. Whee! And it doesn't go anywhere. I guess I do play with my toys, John. But yeah. So this has been some fun with some Minecraft figures. And, other stuff. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you all. I hope that everybody has a great night. I hope you guys all get lots of good rest. And if you have to work tomorrow, I hope that tomorrow goes well. God knows I'm hoping my tomorrow goes well. But yeah, you guys have a great night. And enjoy everything you're doing. And, do all the YouTube-y stuff. And I will see you the next time. All right. Peace out, kids. I love you all.